We welcome you to our 2K Sports broadcast. Some great basketball in store for you. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. So Raleigh will get the first possession. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, when Markkanen starts that drive, he's got all the momentum going to the basket.
Coach, you now. We were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many finished players in the NBA. I know Lowry is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland in proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so. Well, that's solid defense from Markkanen. He doesn't get a lot of attention for his defense, but he's working hard at it.
McDyess a screen. Nice move. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, that's a lack of discipline defensively. Just stay on the floor and get your hand up.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He hits the second from the line. Pass to Wilson. Had a hand on it.
Access denied. You have to go up a little more aggressively when he's near.
Here's Pat. McDyess a screen. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by McDyess.
Yeah, no one throws it down as hard as McDyess. He lives for those dunks, and he never passes up the chance to make a statement.
And here is Raleigh now. Following the miss by Larry Bird. Outside Wilson. McDyess grabs the board. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
No clue where that pass is going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low. Bird. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite level passer.
Here's Peck. No good on the triple. Here's Washington, trailing by 4. Here's Thompson. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And this is Thompson's game. A lights-out shooter from basically anywhere on the floor.
Here's McDyess. And the dunk by McDyess.
Well, that was a key pass from her. You always want to get your teammates involved. You shoot it better off a good pass.
Now, here's Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. No good with the wing jumper. Raleigh leading by 4. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Wilson grabs the board.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
The shot's good from Pack.
Well, he drew attention inside and then kicks the ball out.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Markkanen can't get it to go. Washington trails by 7. And the foul called on Larry Bird. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
8 seconds left to play here in the first. For Raleigh, they shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And he can't get the first one. And Washington making a change here. And he's good on the second. Wembanyama looking it over. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here's Chapman. Here's Doncic. And so it's Raleigh in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Raleigh?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Oh, love his mindset. Go to the basket. Be aggressive.
Here's for 3. And McDyess pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Markkanen's got 5 now.
That high release that Markkanen has is such a weapon for him, especially in a catch-and-shoot situation.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
There is no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Thompson misses. Washington trails by 15. Here's Chapman, and they get it back. Here's Wembanyama. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And we talk often about Wembanyama's insane lift. There, we see it on the offensive glass.
6 to shoot. 2 minutes remaining. And the dunk by McDyess.
Well, that's just a nice job using the screen to her advantage.
Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the aggressive finish.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against a talent of his caliber. Doncic can score from distance, whether it's spotting up or off the dribble, and he has got a maturity to his skill set.
I love how she moved the ball right there, setting it up on a platter.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Raleigh.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
And the dunk by McDyess.
Yeah, well, that's on the defense. They got to put out a little more effort to keep that from.
Pierce feeling it out a bit. Sinks the triple. Pierce has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Pack missing. Here's Chapman. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Raleigh feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more in store for you right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Thompson outside from downtown. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
Young taking his time here. Finally moving the ball around. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And if you're just joining us, we play it over a minute here in the third. And it's denied.
I just love his attitude on D. That block shows he isn't giving up anything easy.
Wasted no time on that one. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Washington trails by 19. Pass to Wilson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, she got a high percentage look and made the most of it.
Here's Bridges. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
And Bridges is a crafty player, knows how to draw whistles and get to that line.
Good on the second free throw. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Thompson outside. From outside the arc. Holly with the rebound. Simmons with it. Picked up by Thompson. Randall no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert. Good effort to stay with the play and save the possession.
Pass to Duckworth. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Washington fast break. McDyess a screen. For the 3. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Back to Randall. Bridges, no one around him. And again, no good by Raleigh. Washington trails by 16. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Gets to the corner and buries it.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Duckworth, and he makes good on the layup. And Raleigh leads by 16.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Duckworth in the post. No good there off the double clutch. in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Bird finishing in close.
Well, this is what they want to do. Work for high percentage looks.
Picked by Randall. Back to Young. Randall outside. Over Wilson. Randall no good. Wilson into the lane. That one goes. Count it. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Raleigh leads by 10. And we're coming. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And here's Young. Picked by Randall. Shoots over Pierce. And he overshot that one, missing. Over in the corner, Conley. No good on the three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
A nice shot by Young.
Look, that's what you want. Young is just so good when he penetrates.
It's stolen by Randall. Here's Duckworth. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
Look, when you attack inside, you give yourself a good chance to get to the line.
First one falls for him. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Washington trails by 13. Young from outside. Bridges outside. Randall left side. And Randall throws it down.
Emphatic finish by Randall. I love when he's forceful around the hoop.
Nice execution down low.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive. Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
The three is off. Washington trails by 11. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Benyama. And it's good.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now here's Bridges. It's good.
Oh, give him credit for spotting the open shooter. That's just great court awareness.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. To the inside. Tipped away. It's stolen by Randall. Bridges outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Good on the shot.
And that's a timely pass, setting her teammate up for success.
Young drives in. Here's Duckworth. Rebound, Washington. To the middle from short range. Another one falls for Washington.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
Duckworth in the post. McDyess grabs the ball.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And Bridges with the block. Young from outside. Rebounded by McDyess. Washington trails by 8. Third left side. And he drops it in from the low post.
Seems like nothing bothers Larry Bird. He looks relaxed, scoring even in a high-stakes moment.
Some changes for Raleigh.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
55 seconds left in the game. McDyess a screen. And the dump by McDyess.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Big time from Clay. Doesn't get phased when he has the opportunity.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Hey, he made every one to put a little extra security around this lead.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point territory. Washington with the rebound. Thompson for 3. And the foul. Called on Larry Bird. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. He's able to hit the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Washington calls timeout. They're down by 8. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And it's sent back by PD. And so it's Raleigh winning this one. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. We've got some exciting basketball ahead. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So Raleigh will get the first possession. Pass to McDyess. To the paint. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Şengün. Kukoc from outside. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Coach, you and I were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many Finnish players in the NBA. I know Lauri is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland and proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Peck. And that one, good.
Relentless on the attack. Took it right through the defender.
Pass to McDyess. New York with a new 14. Back to Thompson. Screen by Şengün. Just 5 on the clock. New York, no good that time either. Thompson surveying the floor. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to McDyess. They swipe it. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside, Kukoc. And it's Kukoc with the jam.
And with his height, Kukoc doesn't have a long way to go for the slam. He just pops up there and puts that one down.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Screen by Şengün. Kukoc can't get it to go. Raleigh leading by 4. Wilson into the lane, and it's blocked.
I mean, what more can you do when it comes to interior defense? That's perfect.
No doubt this is Thompson's most lethal weapon, one of the greatest three-point shooters in the history of this game. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And a fast break now for New York.
A very active player. Thompson combines his defensive IQ with that length to come up with steals.
Picked by Markkanen. Thompson outside. Shoots the 3. Kukoc grabs the miss. New York trails by 3. Pass to Şengün. Stolen by Markkanen. Kicks it out to Wilson. McDyess, a screen. Out to the right wing. It's rebounded by New York. On the wing, Thompson. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Raleigh leads by 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Raleigh?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick-out for an open 3, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about B.J. Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
Here's Thompson. Inside, Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson can be fast and nimble on the drive, catching him unprepared.
Pass to Battier. Takes the 3. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, look, you know marketing has this kind of range. That defense has got to get out on that.
Well, how about the dunk right there? I love seeing him go up with that force.
Pass to McDyess. Here's Pat. Raleigh moving the ball around. And he dunks it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Basket counts. And it's 8 points here for B.J. Edgecombe.
Unlike most young guards, Edgecombe would rather have it around the rim. Doesn't want to just chuck up Jays.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 1:54 left in the first half.
And there was some power behind that slam by Edgecombe.
Young looking it over. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Richardson. Now Edgecombe. He's got 10. Rebounded by Duckworth.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Young from outside. Reed with the rebound. New York trailing. Here's Raja. Pass to Richardson.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Here's Edgecombe. Raleigh with the rebound. Edgecombe with the steal.
Yeah, the defender all over.
New York shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good.
Well, you want to talk about upside. B.J. Edgecombe has as much as anyone in this class, except for maybe the top pick, Cooper Flag.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shots good from Young.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Connects from three-point range. Reed got the game tied up here for New York.
You don't want to leave Reed any space out there. He's an efficient three-point shooter.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Richardson. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Raleigh on top. They lead by a bucket. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Chapman. Lays it up and banks it in. Chapman's got 6 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Oh, big man Şengün keeping his head on a swivel. Nice pass.
Greg, you looking out for Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
McDyess, good. McDyess has got the lead up to 2 now for New York.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Bridges, no one around him. Pass in, coming off an assist from Randall. Bridges got his second bucket.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Kevin Duckworth with the rebound. And here is Raleigh now. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Thompson.
Sticking with it, determined to score.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. That one misses for Randall. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Just tremendous play.
Whoa! And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Şengün. And the layup falls. Şengün's got it all tied up now for New York.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable. Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's Kukoc with the jam.
And that's a go-to move for Kukoc. When he can get a step, has the ball handling skills and length to do damage.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Takes it inside.
Well, look at what he's done in this game. You can't stop him when he's red hot like this.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Although not the strongest, Şengün has a solid base and incredible footwork.
For New York, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Free throw, no good for Şengün. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Raleigh. And Raleigh, another 3.
A silky smooth jump shooter. Once Thompson.
Well, the best dunks are quick, emphatic, and leave the defense knowing it was on them.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Here's Randall, and he drives in. The shot's good. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Raleigh leads by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And here is Raleigh now. The lead is 2. Driving inside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. So the wing on the left. Edgecombe with it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the athleticism of Edgecombe is a real thorn in the defense's side. It's why sometimes they get baited into fouling.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
Pass to McDyess. Here's Pat. Sit out to Markkanen. 2 on the clock. Raleigh needs to get off a shot. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Roger. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession. Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Drives to the hoop. It's deflected.
Playing strong defense inside the paint there. They'll think twice before trying that again.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for New York.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Probably making a switch here. New York trailing. Richardson right side. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blooper.
Driving in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old kick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And this is why they go to Thompson. The coaches, his teammates, they all trust in his ability to deliver.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. With the drive. Kukoc with the steal. Here's Chapman. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, he comes through with a timely bucket, answering the call for his team.
Pass to Harris. And it's denied. As it goes out of bounds, Raleigh able to keep the ball here. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Fires top of the key. It's rebounded by New York. Thompson surveying the floor. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Wilson. Got it.
Are you kidding me? In a spot like that? Keep getting her the ball.
Şengün with a wide open look. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Thompson into the lane. Yes!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Thompson outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Şengün. Count it!
Nerves of steel, Mr. Şengün.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a three here.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Hey, talk about a cool customer. Icing this one with some clutch free throw.
And so it's Raleigh winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
The